1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, if you're wondering why I'm counting money, it's because I'm trying to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. I wonder how much they cost in New Zealand.
Why does it cost that much? Even in American dollars, it costs too much. Literally everything they sell costs too much. Remakes, remasters, disc drives. Wait a minute. Disc drives? I mean, seriously. A disc drive for your PlayStation. Time out. Time out a minute. Aside from the fact that I like them, in 2025, PlayStation is terrible. Now look, there's a lot of reasons why PlayStation are terrible, but can I just say, the PlayStation 5 has barely any games. Like, yeah, there's a couple of them, but literally almost every single one of these games is also on PlayStation 4. The only games PlayStation has these days are remakes and remasters, and it needs to stop! Now hold on, what is a remaster? What's the difference between a normal version of the game and a remastered version? Who the fuck knows? With remastered games, you're basically putting your hand in a hat and pulling out the exact same things. Higher resolution, higher frame rates. Just small improvements and enhancements that make the games a little better. And they're good remasters, I'm sure, but when they're the only games coming out, it gets to a point. It's a simple strategy they've developed. Let me explain it to you. Step 1. Remaster a PS4 game for the PS5. Step 2. Act like it's a big new release even though it's a game that came out years ago. Step 3. Sell it for $50 to $60. Fourth and final step. Profit. Geniuses. I mean, absolute geniuses these guys are. They're so genius, in fact, they even shut down studio after studio and cancelled millions of dollars worth of games. Wait, that wasn't on my bingo card. PlayStation have been shutting down studios and cancelling games left and right. And I'll tell you why they've been doing that. It's because years ago, they had this stupid crackpot strategy. The strategy was, of course, to make a bunch of live service multiplayer games. All because Fortnite made billions of dollars. Yeah, but, okay, Fortnite has LeBron James. Concord had, this guy. Because I'm sure people wanted to play as Star Child. Or, at least they could have. Let me talk about Concord real quick. Oh, my beloved Concord. Concord was a multiplayer hero shooter game. It was a live service game. You know, the ones with seasons and battle passes and microtransactions, and they don't turn on without internet. It was PlayStation's big new game, with over $400 million spent making it. Now, what did they do with all this money? Great question. The game shut down in 2 weeks.
Are you fucking serious?
No, seriously. They stopped selling the game, offered refunds to everybody, shut down the servers and the entire studio of hundreds of hard-working employees after only 2 weeks of the game being out. That has to be a new record, right? What an absolute failure of a game. Well, while PlayStation were pissing away millions on garbage like this, I'm sure they weren't neglecting anything that could have used more money and life and marketing and... Yeah, of course they were neglecting something. I mean, the video is literally called PlayStation is Terrible. So, the PlayStation VR 2 was a VR headset made for the PS5 and it released back in 2022. And they're pretty good. I used to own one. So, if it's good, what's my problem with it? Well, if I gave you a piece of paper and I asked you to write 5 games on the PSVR 2, you'd probably die before you can even name one. This thing was just made to fail. Where do I even start? Price. Let's start with price. When it came out, it cost $550 USD. For reference, this shit cost more than a PlayStation. Most PS5 players are not gonna buy an expensive VR headset. And then guess what? They didn't. Well, there goes the PSVR 2 having a big player base. And then because of the small player base, developers didn't make heaps of games for it. And because there weren't heaps of games for it, more people didn't want to buy it. And then, because most people weren't buying it, Sony didn't support it as much and eventually slowed down and gave up. See, it all makes perfect sense. This is why the PSVR 2 failed. Alright, case closed. Now as for that one... Fuck the PS5 Pro. Okay, look at this. This is a PlayStation 5, and this is a PlayStation 5 game. Now, was there anything wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that. So what the hell is the point of this? This is the upgraded version of the PS5. So, what are these upgrades that raise the price and make it worth it? The graphics are better. I mean, it's so obvious, you can tell. Right? Right? Who the hell would ever spend money on this? The only difference between a PS5 and a PS5 Pro is the graphics, but it is genuinely the slightest difference. The PS5 already has cutting-edge graphics. What's the point of a slight improvement? If you gave that much of a shit about graphics, wouldn't you go out and buy a PC, not another PlayStation? Oh, and it doesn't include a disc drive. You have to buy that separately. And if you don't buy a disc drive, you'll just end up paying full price for... This game came out 11 years ago. I actually liked the PSVR 2, but this, I genuinely despise this. How many other PlayStation things do I despise? This list is too long, let me just do a lightning round. The PS5 has barely any storage and games are getting too big. The Pulse 3D headphones are plastic garbage that snap in half randomly and make weird beeping noises. The God of War TV show is made by a guy who has never even played the games. It's gonna be absolutely terrible. Can they stop making The Last of Us? The Last of Us completed, but what's the point? Who cares? And for the last time, Sony, I'm not buying a PS5 Pro. PlayStation is terrible, man.